How I see like the church, especially Christianity, bro, but religion and like how they, teach stuff in the church, especially with real stuff going on in real life. The church is like pretty much the same thing as like blue pill content. If there is blue pill content out there, you know how there's red pill content? Well, like the church stuff is just blue pill content. They don't really tell the truth. They don't hold people accountable, all that type of stuff because they want to like, I don't know, like fulfill this image. But at the end of the day, you're not helping anybody by lying and spreading blue pill lies. So, the church lied, we're all single. Christian women are refusing to take accountability. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian woman, it doesn't matter if you're a Muslim woman, it doesn't matter if you're a Judaic woman. No women takes accountability. So, why are we surprised? Let's get right into it.
About to find out today. Like the Inside Out Singles is about to tell us, the men's edition, they're about to give us the tease as to why men don't approach women in the church.
Attractive. And first of all, let me make sure we're recording. Okay. First of all, church girls don't even like dudes who go to church. Church girls don't like other dudes that are at church too. Like what the hell? What the hell? Church girls still like thugs. They still like drug dealers. They still like bad boys. It doesn't, bro. Like, okay, guys. What you have to understand is this. Bro, fuck the facade and fuck the bullshit that that these chicks are trying to tell you, bro. There is no such thing as a good female. They're all the same. They all, for the most part, okay. I shouldn't say all, but for the most part, most of them are the same. They all kind of gravitate to the same type of person. It's just called female nature, right? So, fuck the facade that they're putting on. Fuck the holier than thou fucking shit that they're putting on. Bro, the freakiest chicks probably be one of these girls that be going to the church, doing all this religious crap, bro. It's fake, phony, fake. At the end of the day, most of the women, like literally women, like their whole existence is for the most part phony and fake. Like what the fuck? Like, bro, do not fall for like the good girl act because there really aren't really that. It's super. Even Jesus said himself, "No one's good, not one." There's not really any good girls. And to be honest, if we were to compare morals from a man to a woman, on average, men actually have higher morals compass than women do. And men lie less. They're more genuine. They actually kind of have a heart, more giving, more, selfless.
Black Christian women unmarried. That's the question that bothers me the most. It was not nagging me so long. I go into church and see so many straight up fine sisters.
We can survive without a man. We do. All the time, all over the country. For years. We can survive without sexual intimacy. We can survive. We
can make you can't survive without attention. You need that like and what's that SpongeBob episode where you filter feeding? You guys can't survive without attention. You can't survive without validation. That's actually a fact. Let's continue.
Right. But we're not satisfied, okay? I'm not going to say happy because the word happy is not in the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran, so it can't be that important. They've made it important to us because we spend money for happiness, all right? And we think it's everybody pick out what they want to have happiness, all right? But as I said, peace is the number one thing that creates happiness and allows all of the other things to grow.
Another thing that these bitches don't like, they don't want no peace. They want drama, bro. They ain't trying to maintain peace. They ain't trying to keep the peace. They don't want a truce. They don't want a treaty. They just want drama, bro. Because they bored, and at the end of the day, like, most chicks really ain't on too much, bro. We gonna be real. Most people in general ain't on too much. But especially, like, just on average, bro, they're lazy leecher creatures, bro. Yeah, I'm sure they work and they're independent and all that stuff, but they just do that what they gotta do, during the day. And then they're not like working on side hustles. They're not doing other stuff. They're just talking on the phone with their girlfriend, watching Love Island, wasting their life away.
What happened? But we're very.
Keep in mind too. P.S. A lot of this stuff I'll be saying is kind of rage bait. There is definitely hints of truth in it, but this is entertainment at the end of the day, guys. Remember that.
Because of our men being so discouraged right now. Okay.
I wonder why they are discouraged.
Over there and the men over there,
I get it, because you can't concentrate on God and prayer when this lady smell good and thick, and she ain't got no panties on, you in the middle of prayer, you done got chubby a little bit, your meat done jump like, oh, I see you. I don't need to be like this in church, God. Father, I can't concentrate when there's a thick lady that smell good next to me. I don't even care what her face look like. If she thick, I'm looking.
So a little over a year ago, I ended a relationship.
Yeah, she was bad.
And I was single again. And somebody told me these words. Next time you're dating again, wait on God's blessing. Wait on God to give you a way to that man. Of course, you're going to still be in a relationship with God. But it's different when you're married. He has to give away single you to a man. Okay? You wait on God. Yes. Just like your earthly father is gonna give you away.
I just can't, bro. Let's skip this, bro. I can't. Shut the fuck up.
Will meet their husband. Now, I do believe that a lot of these women will find husbands in marriage one day, but let's be real, a lot of them won't.
I'm almost afraid to make this video because I know it's going to be some backlash. But I'm starting to believe that the church is keeping black women single on purpose.
Huh.
I am
Shit,
starting
what do you
to
want to?
believe that
Might be onto
the
something.
black church is keeping black women single. And what I mean by that is, I want to believe in my heart of hearts that when churches have Women's Day, have women's conferences, when you go to these women empowerment, conferences, and they are allowing people to be vulnerable and transparent, and they are sharing how they healed from certain things and how God's word helped them to heal, which is true. I'm trying to figure out why we are almost intentionally leaving out that God's word also says that a man is a woman's covering, and a husband is part of, or should be part of, an honorable, godly life. None of that is ever mentioned in a lot of these spaces. There are more women in the church than men. I don't have a problem with women being in leadership because that's needed today. But when I'm watching women that are in positions of power and in positions of leadership in the church, but I'm not hearing you talk about how important the family structure is and how important a covering is and how a woman is created to be a helpmeet and a neck, and the man is supposed. When I don't hear those things talked about almost intentionally, is that because I want these women single? Am I the only one that's starting to feel this way?
Oh, there's a lot of truth in what she just said. I actually saw a post that said churches control the mother, the prisons control the father, and the schools control the children. You will not hear nothing in church about the family structure because they still want to present it to these black women like, oh, it's okay that you're single. You can go on being single.
Hold on, guys. Let's hear this. This guy keeps blowing me up. Hey, Dre, say hi to YouTube, man.
Hey, what you say? Say hi to YouTube. What you want?
Yeah, you on video, bro.
Shit, I ain't got shit to say besides, nigga, I'm going home.
Shit, how was your night?
My YouTube, bro, you tripping.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a YouTube video. So, say, hey, chat. Say what's up to Dre. Look at this little emoji con.
That nigga Dre don't do nothing but the illegal wrong shit.
Hey, that's what we got to cut that. We got to cut that. Cut.
And live your life without a man. No, they don't want to talk about nothing except for that building fund that those women need to keep adding to every month. They are not encouraging the family unit in these churches.
The church is keeping Christian women single, and this is why there are so many Christian single women at the church, literally single for years, not getting married, not getting any type of dates, not getting any type of attention. While they're serving at church, they're doing all the right things on paper. They might be in great physical shape. They might have their healing journey all, through and through. They're doing the inner work. They're doing all that. They are focused on Christ. They've been focused on Christ for years. They have been doing the things that people have been telling them to do for years, yet they're still single, have no candidates, have nobody looking.
No, at the end of the day, it's because they're putting themselves in this box, for one. And it's just, bro, a lot of religious stuff nowadays is unrealistic, bro. It's waiting to have sex to you. That's fucking unrealistic, bro, because so you're going to not have sex your whole life? Because a lot of people aren't going to ever get married. So you're not going to ever have sex? Is that what you're saying? A lot of this bullshit is unrealistic, bro, in 2025. In this day and age, a lot of this shit is bullshit. End of the day, fucking, to add insult to injury, shout out to these church girls. But just because you go to church don't make you wife material. Like that lady was saying. The churches low-key be brainwashing these chicks into not being wives. Not being helpmates, because that's really what women are. But they want to run the show. They want to be the star of the show. But you're not a star. You can't be the star of the show. You're not the leader. You're not the leader of nothing. So at the end of the day, a lot of what's going on right now in today's society is just really just women and men too, because men got soft too, and they're kind of acting like little itches. But the thing is that a lot of this would just be solved if just each gender went back to their roles. But now women want to be men, and men want to be, soft guy era, drizzle. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't really blame men for wanting to kind of be like 50-50 and all this stuff, because, bro, a lot of these, women just use the fuck out of guys, bro. They just extract, me, and like, don't give you nothing in return, bro. Like, it's just like, look, at the end of the day, you can't say what I'm saying is wrong, bro. I just say what people are scared to fucking say. But it's the truth. And I'm here for the truth, bro. I'm here for the truth. End of the day, a lot of this stuff's a sham. This religious crap is a sham too, because it's all man-made. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of the religious stuff, especially in Islam, does way more harm than good, especially when it comes to dating and relationships, bro. Because really, there's already enough division. There's already enough tension going on in the air. You putting all these rules and regulations and all this stuff, it don't help nothing. Do Islamic marriages and Christian marriages, they all get divorced at the same rate. So if what you're saying and all that stuff is true, then how come y'all don't have better results? How come religious people don't have better results? They got the same results as secular people. It's all bullshit for the most part.
In their direction. Let me tell you something. The church does not teach Christian women how to date. The church does not teach Christian women to date at all. What they tell us to do is to sit with our hands in our laps and to wait for a man to come at our door. That is not biblically wise. Faith without works is dead, and that applies to every area of our life. If you have a job and you lose that job, are you just going to sit and pray for God to send you a new job and then just stay
And
at
that's
home?
another thing about religion that's unrealistic, bro. Like, people be really thinking that, like, oh, if I just pray to God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to pray to God, and it's going to happen. I don't have to do anything. Like, that's fucking bullshit. Like, what world do you live in, bro? Now, I do believe that, like, you can pray to God and stuff, and things can happen and makes things for you, but here's how I see it, bro. I see that you have to do everything in your power on your end, and at the end of the day, the rest of the stuff, the things you can't control, the things, him aligning stuff out, being the best of all planners, that's when things come together. But you have a responsibility. Just because you're religious and just because you do all this church stuff don't mean good things are going to happen to you. Wake the fuck up.
Not apply for
You got to actually put in the work. You got to be proactive. You got to be intentional. He gave you free will, right? Use it.
job? No. If you lose your job, you're going to pray, Lord, please bless me with another job. Of course, there's the faith. But then after that, you're going to go searching for a job. You're going to be applying for jobs. And you're going to pray that God will bless you with the right job. If all you're doing is sitting at home doing 1,000 prayers for your future spouse, you are fasting, you are praying, you're doing all these other things, but you're not actually putting any practical works into dating, more times than not, you are not going to find your spouse.
Those are the only dating talking points that they have for these women. They just tell these women to simply pray about a husband, wait for your husband to come. Oh, God is preparing you for your husband. It's not your time yet, but soon will be your time. And this is the kind of stuff that they're telling them. Check this out.
Has it not occurred to you that maybe your no's and rejection are because God is trying to direct you to the person He has for you? Have you thought that maybe you're not in a relationship because you're not ready for one? Maybe it's taking longer because God is dealing with you and working out some things inside of you that He doesn't want you to carry into your marriage. God is saying, slow down, be still, and listen to my voice. Singles, your status does not mean you are not whole or incomplete. Your husband does not mean that you are whole or incomplete. Even
if you get rejected by one company, does that mean that
The church is contributing to women's singleness, and this is something that I'm very
are whole or incomplete? When you seek the Lord, you are whole and complete.
But the truth is, you don't talk to anybody, you don't talk to men just because you're single. And they sold you this lie of, oh, it will just come. You need to stop worrying about that. Just serve the Lord. And if you get busy and you pretend like you don't want marriage, then it's going to come. We don't give this advice for anything else. If someone wants a higher paying job, no one says to be idle. They say keep applying, position yourself in the job market, right, until it happens. Even if you get rejected
honestly,
by one
what's even
company.
more dumb is the people that believe this bullshit, bro. Like, you gotta be one slow motherfucker to believe this shit, bro. At least with exactly what they're telling me, you gotta be kind of slow, bro. You gotta, not be all the way there.
Does that mean that
The church is contributing to women's singleness, and this is something that I'm very passionate about, so I'm going to share some things with you. When I say the church, I mean the body of Christ and the building. This does not mean the entirety of all church people, all church folks, all Christians. There's a small percentage of believers in churches that actually contribute to helping women learn how to date, to actually pushing people together for kingdom marriages, and etc. When I say this, I'm not addressing those people whatsoever, because they're actually doing what they should be doing to help kingdom marriages come together. But for the other large percentage, we are being told as women to just wait and sit and serve, and wait and sit and serve. The reason I'm upset about it is because there are women that are doing exactly that, waiting, sitting, and serving for years. Some 10 years, some 12 years, some even longer than that. But because all they've been taught is to wait and sit and serve and to never actually try to do anything on the dating market, they're watching people pass them by, getting married left and right, praying all the prayers, doing all the right things on paper. And quite literally...
How does that even make sense? How the fuck you think you're gonna get any results from, like, not doing anything at all? Like, what the fuck? It's one thing if you're like, you know what, I'm not trying to date. I'm not trying to do this shit, bro. I'm opting out. Which is where, ding, 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 me. Because, bro, women have it so much easier on this side, bro. They get to just pick and choose and all that stuff. Dudes literally got to go to like 50 fucking chicks, bro, to even get any type of real interest in reciprocation. And 50's low-key being kind of generous. It depends on who you are and how you look, and it could be more. So... it's just unbelievable. Like, how the fuck do you think that just by doing nothing that things are just gonna come to you? And this is where it comes to fucking the entitlement, bro. The fact that they believe this shit tells you a lot. The fact they believe that to be true shows that, like, you know how entitled their mentality really is. Like, what guy would believe, yeah, if you just play video games all day, you're gonna be rich? That's the same thing. It don't even make fucking sense. Can't make this shit up, man.
It hurts me to see a woman wait for years and years and years and years and years, getting so discouraged, and then finally giving up on the idea of ever getting married, all because they've been taught wrong. I think a large percentage of the
why the fuck would you even believe that bullshit? Like, it's like 1 + 1 = 5. That shit don't even make no type of sense. Maybe if fucking they thought for them motherfucking selves instead of just believe everything motherfuckers told them, then they'd be in a better position. But is that asking too much? It might be. Preach.
Actually do desire marriage could be married right now if they actually knew the practical steps according to dating. People are saying that it's not the church's job to teach us, but it is, because if we're not learning this from the body of Christ, we're going to learn it from the world. And you can't say it's not the church's job to teach us, but then tell us that we need to be
Man,
single.
fuck all that, bro. How about you teach yourself and learn this shit yourself, bro? Fuck these niggas teaching your shit. Because at the end of the day, these niggas ain't teach you a motherfucking thing. They teach you how to be stuck in the same spot. So quit listening to these dumb motherfuckers. For real. I don't give a fuck. The church and all the fucking religion and all that shit, bullshit. Do I believe in God? Yes. Do I believe in the religion and all that shit? Not really. It's bullshit.
Wait. It doesn't make sense.
The black church's focus is not on building families. It's about keeping...
It's just another organization that's taking your money, taking your fucking time, and honestly taking your fucking brain. Because they're trying to just make you think a certain type of way, and you can't even think for your motherfucking self. All it is another mechanism of control. It's just a giant Agent Smith. That's all it is. A giant Agent Smith. You know, Mr. Anderson. You know them fucking agents? Yeah, those are the motherfucking, the people, the pastors and all that shit. They're just fucking agents. And why the fuck are they all rich? Come on, man. Why are they driving Rolls Royces? Why are they driving Beamers, man? Why are they driving fucking Range Rovers and shit? No amount of money has been taken. No amount of blood has been shed over fucking religion. Let's go to the comments. Yeah, and that's another factor too. Single women do keep other women single. Like at the end of the day, bro, like me personally, I don't really see women as good people at all. And based on my 28 years on this planet, I have come to the conclusion that women aren't very good people. They don't look out for other women. No woman hates no woman hates another woman more than another woman, because they know how they move more than, and they understand more than guys do, because they probably think the same fucking way. But that's saying a lot. At the end of the day, like, most women are terrible people. For real. Let them have some control, and that's all they seek for and fight for is control and leverage. They can't be authentic, they can't be genuine, they can't be real, because at the end of the day, they think that they being weak and stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, like, a woman's best attribute is being soft, bro. All these women out here trying to be like men and shit, bro, and failing miserably. But anyways, as somebody who grew up in the church and whose dad was a pastor and writes books on relationships and marriage, I saw this in the early 2000s, and you would have had a bunch of baby mamas, overweight women in the singles ministry, and none of these women are told to improve themselves for a husband. They told God has a special one for you picked out. See, and that's that entitlement fucking fairy tale blue pill bullshit. And you think this shit's helpful, bro? It honestly sounds pretty harmful to me. But the thing is, the way I'm kind of coming across and the way I'm delivering my message, people may get offended. Oh, well, you're mean. But at least I'm telling the truth. Would you want someone nice that's a liar to you? Who's a better person? Someone who's, on the surface nice. They deliver the message all, warm and cozy and sweet. But they're fucking lying to you. Or someone who is pretty blunt, pretty abrasive, pretty direct, but they're telling the fucking truth. At the end of the day, the devil comes in that other form. They turned church into the club, and you saw what happened to that. The same women who was up in the club looking for a man are now in the church. And honestly, you got a better chance probably if you were a chick, bro. You got a better chance finding a man in the club, bro. Real shit. Like, and another question. Why the fuck are they all single and shit in the church? Do they not, like, that goes back to my point. Do they not fuck with the guys that go to the church too? Like, is that like a rule? Like, you can't date the same girl at your church? Long story short, they're not even real Christians. They just be pretending. 100%, bro. Religion's a sham. Female timeline, 18 to 26, riding the carousel. 27 to 29, finding Jesus if he was lost. 30 plus, full-time church lady waiting for a boy. Oh, shit. Hold the line, brothers. This is the stage where they start shaming you for not bowing down to the sisterhood. Blasphemy. Sorry, ladies. Yesterday's prices aren't even today's prices. We're out of here. To quote Andon Dales, why would God punish a good man by sending him to a divorced single mother? I cancel your prayer in Jesus' name. I mean, real shit, man. Yeah, I mean, I know my message can come across as abrasive. I have a mouth of a sailor. I use cuss words and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, Really what it boils down to is the attention. I'm telling you the motherfucking truth, okay? Like, this is the... Bro, I don't want this to be the truth. I didn't make it this way. I didn't make this game. I'm just here to tell the truth, raw, uncut, unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that goes back to my point. Women do not try to help out other women, bro. If anything, they kind of really be preying on the downfall of other women, bro. There's not really a real sisterhood, bro, like that, to be honest. And then two, because it's all fake, it's not really real like that. And then two, like touch back on my point. Based on my experience, based on the lie, the deceit, the selfishness, the not really having empathy for, like, you know, another person's like feelings, especially men. Women on average are not very good people. And it's crazy because I came to that conclusion actually pretty recently. I already kind of knew that, but something part of me was like, nah, bro, you're wrong. Like, you know, they're sweet, but they're not, bro. They're not good people, bro. On average, they're not good people at all. We were lied to. Big time.